Yeah. So today we will be talking a little bit about what is testing, what is manual testing, what is automation testing. I know you already know about this one, but I'll just give you a little brief introduction on this part. And then after that, we'll go to the JavaScript concept, where we'll start with the intro. This is just normally about the what is JavaScript and all those things. And then we'll start with the variable and keywords. And we'll see how much we can do. Variable is a small topic, and comments is also a small topics. So we'll start from here. And another thing is, whatever the video I have recorded yesterday, that you should be able to find on the YouTube. You can go to YouTube, uh, because inside the team chat it will be deleted after 30 days. So just go to YouTube and search with test Nova Labs. This is the page where you'll be able to see this particular YouTube video. This was the one that was created yesterday. This is the yesterday's class one. Uh, all the videos will be here, except few. I'll not upload all the things, but few videos, whichever will be there, it will be sent to you directly. It will not be there on the YouTube, so that you have all the playlist for this particular course. Okay, so let's start with testing part. What is testing? Now, when I say testing, what do you? Okay, let me open this one. So I will just first I'll create a file. You have seen yesterday before that, but let me recap the yesterday session. We have seen yesterday how to download Node.js, how to download JavaScript, VS Code, how to set the environment path, and how to print the value in the console. We have also seen how we can traverse through the different folders from parents to basic folder and basic to child folder, and how we can directly go from the child folder to the parent folder using the command change in directory, which is cd. uh, Apart from that, we have I hope you will have may you have verified these things, like it is working fine in your application also after the installation. So were you able to print the value in the terminal yesterday, or did you face any issue on that?
Yes, Robin. Like I tried that. I haven't faced any issue.
Okay, all right. How about you, Lata?
Been able to.
Okay, so the second thing is we will create the folder. So folder creation, always what you have to do is, when you go to the left hand side, there is an empty space here. Just click on the empty space and then click on the file. Now when you click on the empty space and you click on the file, it will open the uh, box where you have to provide the file name. And we know the file name always accept the camel casing. And when I say camel casing, it should start with the small letter. First letter should start with the small letter, and second letter, first letter of the second word should be the capital letter. So here we'll be writing about variables. Variables.js. This is JavaScript. And we'll understand about the variables in today's session. Okay, before that, when I say testing, what do you understand by the term testing? The normal word testing. Forget about what you are testing in your application. Just a normal word.
To test something, whether a product is working fine or not.
Yeah, to test something, to validate anything.
Yeah.
When I say anything, it can be anything. It is not only the software, it can be even the physical things. You have a bicycle, you have a car, you have a bike. Anything can be tested. You have prepared some dishes inside your home. You need to test that to see if the quantity of all the salt, masalas, and everything is properly placed or not. Anything in the real world that you think will give some expected output is called as a testing. You're validating that to verify the expected output. Now, this testing can be done in multiple ways. One is manual testing and another one is automation testing. When I say manual testing, the term say manual. It means any action that I'm doing manually. I'm not taking the help of any tools. I'm not taking the help of any application. It's just myself, person sitting in front of system, and I'm trying to validate something. Where my when I say validate something, I have some expectation from that particular application or particular things that I'm validating. That okay, if I'm opening any application, for example, if I go to let me open a page. For example, if I go to any website, say Make My Trip, on this Make My Trip, if I have to do some validation, if I have to do some testing, manual testing, then what I'll be doing, I'll be opening every action where here I'll do will be from my own side. It will not, I'll not take any help from any application, any automation tool, any tool or any other third party things. So it will be basically, it will be my mouse, my eyes and my brain thinking what I have to do. I see there are a lot many things here. Flights, hotel, villas, holidays package. Now, if I have to book some flight, then I know what are the things mandatory to provide here. I know there is a one way uh, from city to city, and then I have to select the departure date. If I have to take the ticket for the round journey, then I'll also be selecting the um, arrival date, and then how many numbers of passenger I want to search for. And then I'll click on search. When I click on search, it will give me the list of detail. I see there is something happening. So my expectation here is I have got some expected result, because when testing is nothing but you should get some expectation. You should have some expectation. It cannot be empty. So my expectation here was when I click on search, it should display me some result. It should promise me something that this is what I'm going to give you. That's where we say that this is done by the manual testing. Now I can see these are the detail it displayed, and my expectation was that it should list out all the flight detail from one particular uh, city to the another city on that particular date, and that is what it is doing. Now we know this is how we do the manual testing. Now in terms of automation testing, let's take the example of automation testing. What is automation testing basically? So automation testing is nothing but any action that you are doing on the application, any action on web page is performed by the automation script. Now, if I go back to the same page here, I have to perform the same result. Whatever I have done so far, I have to do the same result. I have to select the from city and to city, and then I have to select the departure, return, and travel. Number of person I want to travel, and then click on search. Now I want this to be automated. When I say automated, it means that I don't want to perform this particular action manually every time. I know that I have to perform this action every day 5 times. So I don't want to repeat this again. Like, don't want to come back here, do the same repeated thing manually. So in that case, what we'll be doing, we'll be using the help of automation. And for that automation, we have different tools available in the market. We have Playwright, we have Cypress, we have Selenium, Tosca, Catalan Studio, Selenium WebDriver, most of the things present inside the market. So what basically automation script will do, any automation script, I'm not talking about the Playwright, any automation script, as a human, when we are using any automation script, we give the instruction to this automation script. Automation is nothing but a machine. It is not a human. Human can think, I can see the page, I can visualize it. I'll say, okay, this is the flight details. And I don't want to search the flight details. I'll go to hotels. We'll go to hotels and start searching. So humans can visualize everything. This is what happening. But automation script cannot visualize. For them, you have to give the instruction. There is a robot. When the company prepare or generate any robots, they will give some instruction to the robots that this is the things we have to do. In same way, for the automation script also, we are giving the instruction saying that I'm asking you to go to this particular place, and from there you perform these. These are the actions that you need to perform. So when we give the when we give the instruction to the automation script, it will start performing the way we are doing the manual testing. So what kind of instruction? We will say to any automation tools that, okay, go to this particular website. It's a normal term. However, we are communicating in the English. Same way we'll be writing inside the playwright also. We'll say go to this particular website, and this is how we do the manual testing also. It will go to the website, and then it will wait for my command, for my instruction, what I have to do. I cannot say someone to go to this website and just stay there. So I'll say, okay, now when you went to this particular website, first check if you are on the flights page or not. It will see, okay, I'm on the flight page. I'll put some validation. It will see, okay, I'm on the flight page. What next? Then I'll say, search the from city and to city, select departure, return, number of traveler, and then click on search. Now, whatever I said just now to select all these things, this is how we have done in the manual testing also. But in the manual testing, we know what we have to do because we are the human. You can visualize, we can understand, we can think. But for automation script, to interact with any places on the web page, to interact with from place or to place, we provide them using the locators. What basically locators does same way how we are able to understand that this is what we have to do. Locators will make automation script perform these action. It will say, okay, someone has found me this locator. Like uh, if I am writing the script, automation script will have the instruction in this way. I have given the instruction that go to this particular place, and then from here go to this particular place, fill the value, go to this particular place, and click on search. So every manual action that I was doing till now is done by the automation script, and I am providing the instruction to the automation that this is what you have to do. That is about the automation testing. Any action on the web page is performed using the automation script. And how do they communicate? Communication happens with the help of locators. Okay, so that's about little bit about the manual and automation testing. Now, let me open one document. So here, if you see this particular thing, I have got the notes prepared for every topic. I'll be sharing this one with you people. You can go through it. Or if you feel comfortable to go through any of the, what we say, uh, any of the tutorial, you can also follow that one. So for example, if I say JS tutorial, so you'll see list of the tutorials that will come. W3 School, you will find Geeks of Greek tutorials point. So anything you can find, all are good except one. I think that's particular is more towards the development friendly, not the testing friendly, because those concepts will not be using. I'll tell you which one not to use. So this one you can use. This is same thing. This is the best one. Program is. You can use it from here. It will explain you every concept in very detailed manner. Yeah. So tutorials point is the one I would not recommend it to use because probably you'll get confused. Most of the things here mentioned is for the development perspective. Uh, if you want to refer, you can refer these details. What are the text it is mentioned? What are the different keywords present inside the JavaScript? What is the declaration? But if you go inside the example, this is not we are not writing in this way. This is more towards the developer friendly. but for tester we are not using in this way. For us it is completely different. So that is why I would recommend uh, not to use this particular tutorials point. You can, if you want, you can use this particular text. You can go through this, understand what is variable, what is data types, what are the different um, keywords we have, but don't look at the examples they have provided. Apart from that, you can use anything. You can use program A's, you can use top intake. Then we have this tutorials point. We have W3 school. So this is for the basic one, starting from the basic. It's up to you, whichever you want to use. I would prefer, if you ask me, then I would say go with the program is, because it explains every details very beautifully. You will be able to understand how the executor is traversing from one place to another place, how the execution is happening on the page. So that's about the tutorials, like which one you can pick it. And this one I have created it. You will find, I'll send you this as well. You should be able to find it. You should be able to read from this one. You'll have all the different operators. Everything is mentioned here. And the only thing is you'll have more towards the practical thing rather than less towards the theoretical part in this concept. So like, for example, if I have given these operators, so I have given the operators description, example, and the result, but you'll not see much detail about the theoretical part of what is bitwise operator and what is miscellaneous operator. So when I say template literals, I'll have some theoretical part. Then we will also be using the template literals. For example, if else, we'll have some theoretical part to understand, and then the syntax, how the syntax is working, and then we have some example to check that one. Now, whatever you see this image earlier, you might have seen somewhere else. Yeah. So these are the details that I have taken from different tutorials. It's not like from one particular tutorial. I have taken from the different tutorials these details, and I have consolidated a single PDF kind of things where it is helpful for people to go through it. And if you see now, probably you might not understand little bit on this part, but when I explain the concept and then if you go through this particular topic, you will be able to understand it very well. Okay. So let's start with the JavaScript intro. As you know, there are n number of languages in the market. You might have started with C, C++, then we went to Java, then we have JavaScript, then we have also heard about Python, we have heard about C Sharp, .NET, and we also have seen like there is a language called R, and then we have recently also came across the language called TypeScript. JavaScript and TypeScript both are almost same. If you know TypeScript, you know JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, you know 95% of TypeScript. Without learning JavaScript, you cannot learn TypeScript. To learn TypeScript, you must learn JavaScript. It is kind of little bit extra coating, you can say, extra coating on the JavaScript. So you have got 100% of JavaScript syllabus. Another 1% or 2% of extra syllabus is called a TypeScript. Inside the JavaScript, every syntax will be followed similar way. In the TypeScript, there are just a minor change, which we will see in our class going forward. Why I want you people to see the TypeScript also is because tomorrow, whenever you'll go for the interview or when you'll prepare your resume should highlight both the things, TypeScript and JavaScript. It should not be only JavaScript. With by providing both JavaScript and TypeScript, you are like trying to cover more area for your interview purpose. Like whenever you go and the person who will see the resume will say, okay, he know the JavaScript, he know the TypeScript, then he'll give you more preference rather than if you only put it as a JavaScript and if you don't put it as a TypeScript, or vice versa, only TypeScript and don't put the JavaScript. Then the first question that as an interviewer, what I will have in my mind is, if a person know only JavaScript, then how is writing the script in TypeScript? Because most of the script that is written on the Playwright, is accepting TypeScript. So how is a person who says that he only know JavaScript but he don't know TypeScript? Probably he's not aware of that JavaScript and TypeScript are both are similar things. So we'll not be going through all this programming language. We'll go through JavaScript, and once we are done with all the concept, once we're done with the Playwright concept, everything, once we are like end of the session, I'll take another 1 or 2 session to different show you what are the differences we have with the JavaScript and TypeScript, and what are the things we need to learn inside TypeScript. So when I wrote all this thing, we know these are the different programming languages, and the programming language is nothing but way to develop some web page or way to communicate with the page. You, for example, consider this is a page. So this is an empty page where I have to do some beautification on the page. I have to create a text box. I have to create a login page. I have to create a header, footer, some product related things. Now, in order to create that, I cannot just do it like that. I can go to Figma and I can create a design. I can create from my hand on my notebook that this is what my template look like. But that is just a template. User will not be interacting with on that. User will not be able to do anything on that. So in order to create a web page, any modern web page that you are seeing right now, be it Amazon, Flipkart, Make My Trip, any online site, anything that you see on the internet is developed. So, hi Ravi.
Yeah, hi Ravi. Late.
Hi. That's okay. You can mute. Okay. So anything that is there on the page, anything on the web page you see today in the modern application, it is developed using any of the programming language. It can be anything. It can be C Sharp, C++, Java, JavaScript, or any other programming language. You might have also heard about the Linux system and some legacy tools that IBM is using. Those are developed using COBOL. So all these programming language was introduced in the initial stage. As the technology improves, as there is an improvement in the technology, there is an improvement in the language. There is an improvement in the introduction. So if you might have heard, we started in the automation also in the initial days, there used to be a QTP. There used to be uh, Selenium. It is from the long time. And then slowly there is an improvement in the automation tools, and the new tools have started emerging in the market. And those are Tosca, Cypress, record and play kind of automation tools like Catalan Studio and other things. But in the recent time, from the last 5 years, there is a tool which is dominating the market, is called Playwright, and it has got a lot of advantage over other uh, tools available in the market. We'll see it on later when we'll start with the Playwright. But what I mean to say is, it's just a technology. Any language you see is a technology, and that technology has to emerge. It cannot be constant over the time. It has to emerge. It has to go through the phases. We were in the initially we were with the Pascal and COBOL language. Slowly we introduced into the C++. Whoever know about the C++, they will think this is easy. But again, when they go back to the Java, it became little more easy. JavaScript became more easy. Python is more like a general English term. And now if you see the AI languages, AI editors, it is just a command. We have to provide the command and it will work on that. So if you see the trend from the beginning to the currently in the 2026, technology is emerging and it is also becoming easy to understand. JavaScript has come into the picture in 1995, and it was developed by some Netscape developer. Initially, it was Netscape developer, and later on, they started changing the name, and it gave different names to the JavaScript. We don't want to know the history of JavaScript when it was introduced and what was its purpose, but just for the understanding purpose, it was LiveScript in the initial time, and later on, the name changed to JavaScript. And every programming language have the control flow, function, methods, data structure, and some variables, data types, and all those data types. Okay. Now the first topic is we will be talking about the variables. Variables. What is variables? When I say when I write the terms called a variable. So what is variable? In JavaScript, a variable is container that store some data. For example, when I say in JavaScript, a variable is container that stores some data. Assume that you have a bottle. You just have an empty bottle, uh, like normal plastic bottle. You have bottle in empty state. Now, when you see a bottle which does not have anything, what do you say? You'll say just it is a bottle. It's nothing else. Now, that particular bottle, inside the bottle, you put some water. Now the name changes. Now you cannot say it is a bottle. You'll say water bottle. As soon as you put some value inside it, it inside the particular named container, which is bottle, the name got changed from the bottle to water bottle. Okay, so name got changed from water to water bottle. Now, what was the difference happened here? Initially, there is a bottle. Let me go and select here empty water bottle. Okay, now if you see this particular image here, this particular image, I take any image here. This is just a water bottle. It has got the shape, it has got the cap, it has got some particular structure, but there is nothing inside it. So there is no value. It's just an empty container. Now, if I go here and search with water bottle, you'll see there is a bottle which has got water inside it. For example, if you take this one, there is a bottle which has got water inside it. Now, what is the difference between this image and this image? There is only one thing has changed, that is water inside the bottle. Now, if I go back to the program here, if I go back to the application here, what we'll say? We'll say bottle. This is the bottle. It is empty, which means it has got nothing. Does bottle has anything in the initial stage? It has nothing. But now we have added something inside the bottle. We have added some value inside the bottle. And what is that value? Water. Same way, if I say there is a box or there is a, you can also take the example of similar bottle. The bottle can have anything. If I say bottle equal to water, I can also say bottle equal to juice. You can also say apple juice, right? Any juice can go inside the bottle. You can also say bottle equal to sand. Why I say sand? Because on the beach side, if there is a bottle, people fill the sand in that and they start playing with that. What we see here is there is a container. And what the container? Container is nothing but it stores some value. Container is name. And it stores some value. Think about the real life example in this way. When you say container, if I say to any layman that what do you know by container, and he'll think for a while and he'll say, okay, container is something which contains some value in it. It will have something. If I say bucket, it can store water, it can store grains, it can store any other details. If I say box, the box can store some books, it can store some utensils. If I say normal box inside the kitchen, then I can understand, okay, it can store something inside it. So container is nothing but it's a kind of structure or kind of things that can have value inside it. So here, bottle is nothing but a container. It has got the value as a apple juice. Same way, I can also say name is my container. If I say, for example, Gaurav, if I say Ravi, then I'll say, okay, that particular person, any person has got the name, and that name is nothing but a value. It will have the value. So value is, name is just a unique container. Everyone has got the name, and value is the particular name that a person is associated with. For example, if I say Ravi, if I say Gaurav, then this is a container holding some value. Now, if I talk about number, number is also a container. It will hold some value. I can say, let's say 89, anything. If I say mobile number, and I can have 10 digits, so it will have some value to it. I can say anything. I can say uh, age, and we know age will not be something like uh, in the character way. It will be something numerical value. Numerical value, I'll say probably say 15. I will say country, which will have some value, which is India. And then I will also talk about I can take anything. I can take website. This is the container. When I say website, I can take anything, Amazon or Flipkart, like that. Now, did you understand any question you have here? A container always holds some value. It contains something with it. It cannot be empty. So variable is nothing but a variable is a container that stores some data with it. That is why we say variable, it stores some data with it. Now, when I say variable stores some data, we know I have written these things. You can understand there is a container here, which is named as bottle, and it stores some value, and the value is water. Now, you can write in the similar way, same way you can write inside the JavaScript. But as a human, we understand this. There is a bottle, there is a water. But in order to execute this program inside the JavaScript, or if you want to tell to the machine that perform this action, there are a concept of keywords. There is a concept of keywords. So in JavaScript, to initialize any variables, you must use keywords. So keywords are kind of title. Without that, there is no value to the container. If I don't have the title, then I will say, okay, this is not nothing. Like, you can say there is a name, but if there is no title, then it is nothing. I can say there is a age, but it does not have any title. Then I can say executor. The editor will say that, okay, this makes nothing sense to me. You have given the container, you have given the value it, but you should also give me the keyword, because without keyword, I will not work on this. And the reason for that is, maybe you have given the container as bottle now. Probably in some step, after 5 or 10 steps, you can use the same bottle again. So now I should know that at the time of execution, which bottle I have to execute. Do I have to execute the bottle with the value as water, or do I have to execute the bottle with the value as apple juice? To overcome this particular issue that a executor can create at the time of running the program, the concept of keyword is introduced. So any variable that you declare must contain a keyword with it. And those keyword, it has got we have got 3 different kind of keyword. One is let, one is constant, const, another one is var. Now, since ES6, since latest version of ES6, which was came back in, I think 15 or 17, 2015 or 2017, this particular VS var is not recommended to use in the code. So when we have 3 keyword here, let, constant, and var. Since it's still there, var is still there, but it is not recommended to use. This is not the best practice because it can create some issue. That is why we are only using let and constant. So if I have to write it again here, then we'll say keywords, used keyword. Keywords are 3, but used keyword. What are the used keyword we have? let and const. Tomorrow, when you go for the interview, they might ask you this basic question: what is keyword? So you can say any variable that is declared on the JavaScript will be declared using the keyword. Anything that you declared without having the keyword, that variable has no sense. It has no meaning. It will not work. So then they might ask you the next question: what are the different types of keyword we have in JavaScript? What are the different types of keyword you are using? Are we using var? This is the next question. If you say let, don't only say let and constant. They're asking what are the different types of variable. Then you must say let sorry, what are the different types of keyword? Then you should definitely say let, constant, and var. Then you should also say that var is no more used since the latest version of ES6. This is a JavaScript version. Since the latest version, the var is no longer used. We are only using let and constant, which means any value, any variable that you declare going forward will be declared using let and constant variable. Any question you have so far? Now we'll use, I'll take it as no. Now we'll use this particular keyword that we see let and constant. First, let's understand a little bit about what is let and what is constant. So when I say let, so actual declaration, you might have seen from here, when I was writing this particular container, I was saying there is a container which holds some value. There is a container which holds some value. And when I was explaining keyword, I said each container that you create with the value must be declared with a keyword. It can be declared with a let, it can be declared with const. So what happened when I declare with let and what happened when I declare with const? Let's see. I said I want to declare something. For example, I'll say name equal to testing. Now it should have some keyword. The keyword can be let name equal to testing. I'll say console.log. Why do we use console.log?
Because we want the keyword should print on the console page.
Yeah, we want this particular value, whatever the value is there here, associated with this variable, that should be printed on the console. So, if you have seen here in the first program, what I said, anything that goes inside the console will be printed as it is. Now, there is a two-way of printing here. When I provide anything inside the double quote or single quote, I can provide in single quote also, it will work in the same way. We will understand the single quote and double quote concept little bit forward when we go on understanding a string part. So anything that goes inside it will be printed. This is a direct text. If you write anything inside the double quote in console.log, it acts as a string. It will print the value of string. Now, here, I do not want to print the value. This is a testing. If I put it as a testing here, then what will happen is if I execute this program, if I go back to the terminal, if I say node variables dot variables dot js, when I say node variables dot js, cannot find module variables. Okay, variables.js. So it is giving me the value of testing. Now you will get confused here. That I said anything goes inside the container, inside the console, it will print the value here. But my expectation is I want to print this value, testing.js. This is the value I want to print. So if I directly give anything inside the console.log as a value, if I go here and print in this way, you'll see it is saying testing. But my expectation is to print testing.js. Why it is printing testing here? Because any values inside the console log, inside this particular bracket, goes in a single quote or double quote, single quotation or double quotation. Give me a second. Let me do this. Yeah, inside it goes in a single or double quotation that will act as a string. And when you are providing string inside inside a console.log, it is a print statement. If you're providing string inside the print statement, it will print the same value, whatever you have provided. It will not print the value of this name, because you can see here, it is printing the same value, which is testing. Now, in order to print this value, this is the value which is stored inside a name. This is the container. Container is containing some value, which is testing.js. Now, if I have to print that particular value, what I have to do, I have to use the same console.log, and here, in place of providing this contained value, I will give the reference of container. I will give container value here. I'll say container is name. I'm saying, okay, print container here. And then what executor will do when it comes to this particular statement, it will say there is name here. This is not string. This is a variable, because it is not declared. You can see constant name equal to void. It is not declared. It is not provided inside the single or double quote. So it is a variable. Now the executor will start looking at the code, and it will see where is the variable with name keyword, or where is the variable with the text called name. It will go to line number 28, and it will say, okay, there is a variable declared with the value, with the text as name, and it contains a value, which is testing.js. Now, if I print this one, what basically it will do in this line, it will print testing. Why? Because we are providing the simple text here, and here in this line, it will print the value of the variable. This variable, this is the variable, which is name. It has got some value, this value. So I will see two print statement. One is with the testing and one is with the testing.js. Let's see here. See, there is the first statement called testing, the second statement called testing.js. So now you understood, like inside the console statement, what we need to feed here. If you feed anything inside the single or double quotation, that will act as a normal text to the console.log. It will just take that value and it will print inside the terminal. When you provide any variable inside the console.log, it will look for that particular variable and then it will print the value. Let's assume that I have changed the variable to 1, name 1. And now I'm asking it to print again. What should be my output here?
Same console.log.
Hmm?
Then in the bracket, you will mention name 1 without any colons.
No, I'm saying that I have got the variable as name 1, which has got the value. And now I want to print console.log, and I'll provide the variable as a name. What will be my output here?
It will throw an error.
Should it work or should it throw an error?
No, it will not work.
Now, if you see here, it is telling me there is an error. And in yesterday's class I told, if you look at the errors text, you'll get the most of the idea what it is happening. So I executed this particular statement here, and then it is saying console.log name. It has pointed to one particular word called name, and here it is saying in this line, okay, this is just the value, whatever I have written there. In the reference error, if you see, it is saying name is not defined. Yesterday I told you clearly that whenever you go to the error message, if you read it multiple times, if you read it slowly, you will get 80% of idea what is happening with my code. Here it is saying name is not defined. It means, and it has pointed to this particular statement. Now, where is this particular statement in my program? It is at the line number 30, console.log name. And then my executor or my editor is saying that this particular name is not defined. It means it is nowhere present. Then where are you asking me to print from? What should I do with this value? When you have not defined this value, where should I print it from? You can understand in this way. Tomorrow I'll say you something that get some food from market. Now you might understand that I'm talking about the food, but your next question, or when you go to if you don't ask me any question, if you go to the market, you'll get some first question is like, what do I need to take? Did he tell me anything to buy? Did it tell me specific food that I have to get this particular food from here? Is he a vegetarian or non-vegetarian? You'll get all this question. So that's what it is saying here. Name is not defined. This is the question it is asking, that you have given me the name, but it is not defined. I'm not finding it anywhere. So what I need to do with this one? Then you need to check, okay, I said there is a variable called name1, and then I'm asking it to print name. In that case, what you have to do, you have to just give it as a name1. And now if you execute, it will give the same value, testing.js and testing. Any question on this variable part so far?
No, Raman.
Okay, all right. So now what happen is, whenever we use let variable, let keyword, we'll talk about the constant later, but I will, okay, let me first talk about the constant and then we'll see. The other way is, I can go in the same way. However, I have written name, I can write it here again, name. I'll put it as a constant is the keyword, name equal to, I'll say playwright. Now here I'll say console.log. I will just say name. Let's see what happened here if I put it as name. Now if you see what it is saying, here I started executing the code. I said constant name equal to playwright. And if you look at the syntax error, earlier you might have seen there is a reference error. Reference error is nothing but wherever there is a reference not provided, it will talk about the reference. Whenever you create a syntactical error, it will give you a syntax error. We'll see later on what is reference error and what is syntax error. But for now, just understand in this way. When it says syntax error, it means that there is some mistake you have made with the syntax. There is a syntax is nothing but there is a proper rules that need to be followed at the time of writing a code. So that rules, it is saying that that particular rules you have not followed. You are not following the exact rules that need to be followed. That is why it is giving you the error called syntactical error. Now here in the syntax error, if you see identifier name has already been declared. This is the variable. It is also called as identifier. It is saying the name that you have provided in the line number 32 is already declared in the line number 28. So that is the reason I'm not able to execute it, because when I execute the code, when you ask me to execute this one, which name I should pick? Should I pick testing.js or should I pick Java Playwright? That is why we are supposed to give the unique variable name for everything you are writing inside the code. It should always be unique. It can be anything. You can write it like name1 also here, and here also you can put it as name1, but you should make sure that it is always unique. It should not be the same value. And what is the reason for same value? Because it will get confused. For example, another example, if you want to understand, and we have Gaurav here and we have Ravi here. I assume that Gaurav name is Gaurav, Ravi name is also Gaurav. There are two Gaurav here. Now if I say Gaurav, answer this question, the first thing will be both the Gaurav will get confused, like which Gaurav he is asking to. Then what is my another question will be, then how can I segregate both the Gaurav if they have some unique name using their initials? I should be able to segregate there. As a human, I know how to segregate, how to differentiate. But as a automation script, it will not be able to do that. So when it has got the same name, variable as a name, it will get confused, like where should I print the value from? Should I print this particular value here or should I print this particular value here? Then that's where you'll see the syntactical error. It will say whatever the code you have written, it's not correct. It's wrong. This is not the way to write. In that case, you have to change the variable name or whatever syntactical error it is providing you. That's the second keyword, let and const. Now let's see let keyword, what it will do. I have provided the value of let here. It has got the value let name equal to string testing.js. The value can be changed. You will understand later when I'll be writing few programs on the changing the value, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. Just for now, understanding this way, let has got some properties. Those properties are the value that assigned to the let, this keyword, the variable that has got the value, can be changed in any time. It can be done. This is nothing but a dynamic data. Dynamic data is nothing but the value that are changing. But when it comes to constant, this is constant. Constant is nothing but it is fixed value. Fixed value. It cannot be changed. Once it is declared, it is declared. It cannot be changed. You cannot use the same constant value with another details. And when we'll be writing our code inside the Playwright, what is the best thing to use? Constant is always preferred. Constant is preferred because it don't change the value. And when it don't change the value, you'll not see the error. You'll not see that by mistake some values has been copied from one place to another place. Those detail you'll not see. So that is why it is always recommended to use this particular value, constant keyword, inside your Playwright automation script. Any question here? There is one more which is variable var, but this is old one, no longer, not recommended to use. Okay. Any question here on the let constant part? You know the differences, like let value can be changed. It is in dynamic nature. Constant, the value is fixed. It cannot be changed. Constant is the preferred way of writing any variable inside the JavaScript. Okay.
Understood.
All right. So we'll just cover it up a little bit on the this part, JavaScript in the variable part. So you have seen the variable. Now, actually, I have already written the variable here. So if I say, take this example, what can be the syntax of a variable? Syntax of variable goes in this way. You'll understand later what is this particular 2 lines of code and what is this 2 lines of code. Both are called as comment, and this one is commenting a line. This is a line comment, single line comment. This is the multiple line comment. So the syntax goes in this way: keyword followed by variable name equal to variable value. Now you know the keyword. Keyword is let and constant. You can use let or constant, anything you can use. So I will say let. I will take anything called age, and it has got the value. So value is, I'll put some variable value, say for example 18. Now here, this age is variable. I'm writing it down so you'll be understanding when you see this video again. Age is variables. Let is keyword. Age is variable, and 18 is value. In different terms, we say, I can also write in this way. There are different way of writing this particular thing. Let age, I will say let age equal to 18. So what basically we are doing here, we are declaring a declaration of variable. Now here, initialization of variable. Now what is happening in the line number 46 is there is a keyword and there is a name of the variable. This is called, anything that you see after keyword, that is called variable. Variable is nothing but it stores some data, container kind of things. Now this particular age that you see here, it is declared. I'm saying that I have declared age, let age, but I have not given any value to this particular age. So that is what it is known as declaration of variable. We are declaring the value. I'm saying let name. What is name? What is the value to it? Whenever you provide a value, you can write in this way also, let age equal to 18, or you can write in this way also, let age equal to 18. Both way it works in the same way. Only the difference is here in the line number 46, you are declaring the variable. In the line number 47, you are initializing the variable. You are providing the value to the variable. But in line number 49, you are doing the declaration and initialization. Both are done in single line. Both declaration and initialization is done in the single line. Whenever someone asks you, this might be they won't ask you the question of this basic level, but you might hear this particular terms anytime, saying that how do you declare a variable? When someone say I declare the variable, I declare the function, I declare the method. So understanding this way, okay, there is some variable that is declared, but it does not have any value. It's just a declaration part. When I say I initialize the value to the variable, suppose tomorrow in the class, if I say what is declaration, let age, it means that I have only declared the value. But when I say let age equal to 18, it means that I have declared the variable and I have also initialized the variable value. So any variable that you declare, any variable that you write will have the declaration and will have the initialization. In general term, in normal term, if you see, after understanding all these things, what you can think here is variable, when it talks about the variables, consist of three words. Number one, keyword. Number two, initialization. Number two, declaration. Number three, initialization. So this is about the declaration, initialization, and keyword. Let we have used here, which is dynamic in nature, is the scope. The scope of the let is blocked scope. We'll understand more in the upcoming classes what is block level, what is function level, and constant. It is also block level but cannot be changed. Its value can be changed for let. Okay. Any question you have on the variable? You want me to explain again? You did not understand anything? Okay. Lata and Gaurav.
No questions, Robin.
Okay. All right. Okay. If you have any question, you need to ask, because if you don't ask, then you'll not be able to understand. I can tell you, I can teach you. Probably after 1.5 months, the session will complete. So if you don't understand anything, ask me the question. I'll explain you. There will be certain questions which I'll not be aware of. There are certain errors which I'll not be aware of. I'll help you on that as well. I'll find out the solution for that and I'll help you. So you need to ask the question. I'll explain you how many times you ask. I'll explain you those many times, because these are the foundation thing. If you don't understand the basic thing, then probably you'll struggle. Writing loops, writing function, declaring method, these all things can be done using the AI. But in order to write using the AI also, you need to understand the basic thing. Tomorrow, if you write this particular program, this particular line of code using AI, and you don't know what is name, you don't know what is value, you don't know what is let. And if someone asks you in question, okay, you wrote this particular 3 lines of code, explain me the code. You'll not be able to explain. You'll not be able to explain like what is name here, what is data type here, what is keyword here, what is, when I say name equal to testing, yes, what this called. This is called declaring a value, assigning a value to the variable. You can also say declare this particular file as assigning the value to a variable. It can also call it assigning the value to variables. Okay, so here we don't have much thing to discuss in the variable. This is all we have. And there is one more topic, basically like whenever you are writing a value. So for example, I say let age equal to 18. I will say console.log. Let me write it down. I'll explain you again. I'll say console.log age. So what will happen here? Age value will be printed in console. Am I writing correctly? Do people understand what I'm writing here?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll say age equal to 25. Now I'll again write age. Now tell me what will be the output. Just a guess. I'm not asking to give me the correct value. Just a guess, and you should guess it. Don't guess the correct answer. It's fine, but just give me a guess. If I print this value, if I print this particular program, what will happen?
Mm,
If you give me wrong answer, well and good, because everyone is a bad programmer in the initial days. If you become a perfect programmer from the first day, then what is the use?
I think it should throw an error because you have mentioned age 18 and age 25 again same. If you would have mentioned constant age is equal to 25, then it should show 25. But right now, I think it will throw an error.
Okay, all right. What about you people, Lata and Ravi?
It can be written like that.
What do you mean to say? Okay, all right. And you also Lata same, right? Error. Let's see the output. It says it has printed the value of 18 and then it has printed the value of 25. 18 and 25. What is the reason? Gaurav, you said that if you're declaring the same value again,
Yes.
it will throw an error. You are right. If you declare the same value again, it will throw an error. But it will throw an error only when you declare the same value with different keywords. You have seen here in the earlier part, I said there is let name. And then for the same name, I'm giving a keyword called constant.
Yes.
It was throwing an error. But here, in this particular line of code, I have created a variable with the name called age. I have declared the value as 18. I printed the value, it has printed 18, well and good. Now I am saying, make the age value to 20. I'm not saying constant here. I'm not putting any keyword here. I'm not putting let also. I'm just saying, I have already declared the variable at line number 56. I'm using the same variable here. I can use n number of time. I can use again, I can use here. I'll say age equal to 100. And then I'll say console.log age. See, it will print again, print 100 value. Now if I say here, constant age equal to 100. Now see what is happening here. Now it will throw an error. Saying that identifier age has already been declared. I've already declared the age with one particular keyword. If I'm using the same age with same keyword, different keyword, it will throw an error. It will throw an syntactical error. But if I create the variable for one time, I can change the value of that variable n number of times without providing the keyword. So this is the concept that is known as changing the variable value or swiping the number, or just whatever the age value it has, the value is getting changed from one particular value to the another value. If I close this particular statement, if I don't print here, now if I execute this line of code, so you will see it will print 25 and 100. Now what is happening is, you can think in this way. There is a box. Inside the box, we have put some number, which is 18. Give me 1 second. Let me have some water. Okay. Variable is nothing but a container. It contains some value. Age is also a container. It's a variable which contains some value. So age is a container which has got a value called 18. Now when it has got the value of 18, in the next line, I'm saying that change the value of age from 18 to 25. Now, what basically memory allocation will do? It will delete the value of 18, the value that you have associated here. It will delete the value. In real world, if you, in real time, if you have to understand this concept, you can understand in this way. Suppose my name is Robin. My name is Robin. Now, tomorrow, I want to change my name for some reason. It can be anything. And I want to change my name from Robin to, say, I want to put it as some test. I want to change my name from Robin to test. It's Robin Roy. So I want to change to test Roy. Now, what is the process for that? I have to go to the municipal office or some government office. I have to change all the documents, my Aadhaar card, PAN card, birth certificate, all the certificate I have for the education. Everywhere it need to change from Robin to test Roy. Now, tomorrow, if I go to any other documentation, if I have to use my name in any official documentation, for example, if I have applied for passport, now if I give Robin, will it accept? It won't accept, because all the official document has got the name called Test Roy. Although my name was Robin earlier, but I made a change to that. Now this Robin is deleted. There is nothing called Robin. Now my actual name is Test Roy. If I apply for the passport, I cannot put my name as a Robin. It will reject, saying that you are saying your name is Robin, but all your official document has the value called test. That means I need to put as a test Roy for my variable, for my passport things. Same thing applies here. Whenever you declare a variable, it has got the value. If you're assigning the another value to that particular variable, other value to the variables, the earlier variable will get overridden. Or deleted. It will delete the value. You can understand in this way. Look at this particular diagram. So what is happening here? I said let text equal to hello, and text here I have created a variable with the value, and in the next statement I'm saying text equal to testing world. So value is changed here. When the value is changed, the old data is removed from the variable. This is how the things happen. This is the container which has got the message and it has got the hello. Now I'm saying that whatever the hello it has, remove that hello and put as a world. Now what will happen? This world will come here and hello will be deleted. It will go in the deleted data type, deleted box, or it will go in the recycle bin. In the real time, also this happens in the same way. If I change my particular name, it will also get deleted from the official document. Same thing is happening here. You can also initialize the value and you can also change the value. So what we understood here, a variable can be declared and variable value can also be changed and also be altered. And is that allowed inside the JavaScript? Then yes, it is definitely allowed. You can declare a variable and you can change the variable how many times you want. You can do it. I can even change it from here. For example, if I put it as this one, now if I run the program, initially I gave the value as 18, then I made again a change to the value to 25, and then again I made a change to the value of the age to 100, and I asked it to print the value, and it printed the value as the latest data which I have, which is 100. So any questions so far, Gaurav, ask me.
Yeah, as you show the diagram, that whenever we give the new value, the old value should be removed. So
Yes.
here you give three values, three type of age, then all three are reflecting over here. It should show the latest one, right? The third one, which is 100. But why it is showing 18, 25, and 100, all three?
Because this is, we are declaring the value. When it says the value is deleted, it is not deleted from the code, it is deleted from the output. When you print the output, then it will be deleted. So now you have to understand in this way. I have declared, you are right, I have declared 3 times here.
Yeah.
Now declaration can happen anytime. It can happen 100 times. It doesn't matter. But when I get the output, what is my output? What should be my output? It should be the latest one. It should not be. Now if I forget about that, go in this way. Now, if I print this value, you see it is printing the 25 for the first
Yes.
time. I declared 18. I declared the value, but I did not ask it to print. In this way, like there is a baby, newborn baby. I have given the name. Randomly, I have given some name inside my house. But that name is not officially documented anywhere. This is the name provided. You know, this is the name provided, but this is not documented anywhere. It's console.log. Now I gave the one more name to that particular baby. Now that name is documented inside the municipal office, inside her birth certificate or inside his birth certificate. When I print that value, it will print the value which is officially documented, isn't it? It will not print the value that I have given inside the name. For example, you have got a name called Gaurav. You might have another name, your mother, father, or someone might be calling me with some other name. That is this particular value. It is there, that value is there in your code, but it is not printing the value. It is not there in any of the official document. Same thing applies here. We are writing this one. When you're asking it to print, when you're asking the editor to print the value, it will print in this way. It will consider these value as a deleted one, and then it will print. Why it will consider these values as a deleted? So basically, you know, the executor, when it start executing the program, it start from the console.log here. In this case, it will say console.log age. It will go to the age. It will go from here, the variable called age. It will see there is variable called 18. It will think of printing 18 here. But again, they will say, okay, wait, there is 18, but they have said, okay, age value is 25. It means that they are overriding my value. Earlier, my value was 18. Now it is asking me, no, you should not print the 18 because now my value has changed from 18 to 25. It will think of printing 25. But again, when it goes to the next line, it will see all the lines before this particular statement. It will say, okay, wait, I don't have to print 25. There is a value called 100. So it means initially my age value was 18, but he has changed multiple times. He changed to 25, he changed to 100. When I say he has changed, it means the person who is writing the code. Person in this case, I'm writing this particular line of code. So I am changing it. I can change any number of time here. It doesn't matter. But the output should be the one which is the latest one. In the diagram also, it's talking about the same thing. Here, it is saying initially the value is hello inside this container. Now, when I put the same value as world here, the hello will get deleted. It will get deleted not from the code, from the execution part, from your memory, from the allocation of the memory. Now, initially, this memory, this container in the output holds the hello value, but now it is holding the world value. It means that there is another value called world. I have to delete the hello value. So it will delete from the memory allocation, but it will not delete from the code. This is the code that you have written. It is not the compiler has created this one. Value will be deleted inside the output. It will not be deleted inside this particular line, inside the code. Did you understood?
Yes, Robin. But now, like, if you again give the command like console.log age, so all the three age will come or only the latest one?
Only the latest one. The reason is very simple. Because when it, let me show you this one. See, it will say 100 and 100 because I'm asking it to print multiple times, 2 times. Why it is printing 100? Because whatever I declared earlier, it is overridden. Overridden in the sense its value is changed.
Then why, when earlier when you asked us like what will be the result, that time the values were 25 and 100.
Where was it? Was here?
Just above this.
Yeah, because because there is a value called 18 here, and there is a console.log. If I put it as a console.log, what it will do? It will print the value, right?
Right.
Now, when it's asking it to print the value, when the executor start, it will start from this particular line.
Correct.
When it start from here, it will see there is a variable called age. It will go right above this statement. It won't go below the statement. It will go above the statement, above the line number 57, and it will see there is a variable called age which has got the value as 18. It will come to line number 57. It will say, okay, it is asking me to print the value of age. It will print the value as 18. Now it will come back again to the bottom. because there is one more console here. Now when it come back to the console, how the console work, it won't go down, it will go above the page. From 63, it will go again above and it will find the age. It will not go here because this particular print is already completed. This is dead by here. It will come here. From here, it will go to the above line to check the age. Now, above this line number 63, where we have mentioned age, how many places we mentioned? 1 and 2. Forget about this thing because this is already executed. Here 1 and 2. So this age will go to line number 59. It will say, okay, there is a value called 25. It will think of printing, but we have commented the line here. It will think of printing here, but again, it will say, no. Wait, the 25 value is overwritten. The value is overwritten to 100 now. So it will come and print here 100. But there is one more age here. It has already printed the value. There is one more console.log. It will again follow the same hierarchy. It will go here. It will see there is a value called 25. It want to print that. But again, it will come back to 100 because there is a overridden value of 100. It will print the value of 100. And that is why when the executor will stop executing, whenever it reaches to the nearest line. So when I say I have to print this value, it starts from here. It will go to the above line. There might be 100 line here. It will scan all the 100 line and it will stop right before this line because this is where it has to print the value, terminate the execution, and it will stop at the line number 56. It will take the value and it will print the value. In general term, in normal term, you understand this way. I have got a name, Robin. So maybe assume that a person who has got a name is 15-year-olds, who has got the name of Robin everywhere in all the document. My friends will be knowing me with my name, Robin. Tomorrow I'll change my official name to Robin, Testroy. All the document will consist of Testroy. But my friend will still know that there is this person name was Robin. But if they ask me to prove that, am I still Robin? Then I'll not be able to prove it, right? Because my documents will not be mentioning my name as Robin. Same thing applies here. Age value is 18. If I'm not printing this value, I'm saying age value is 18. It's nothing but here, name, which is Robin. You know, my friend has a Gaurav, my friend has a Ravi, know that my name is Robin. But if someone asks me, prove that your name is Robin, will I be able to prove it here?
No.
Because I have changed the value of Robin, right? I have changed the value of Robin. And when I'm trying to print the value, then probably my friend might expect that it will print the Robin because his name is Robin. But officially what will happen is it will declare the value that is present inside my official document. And that value will be printed. In order to prove that, I will have to print the value that is there in my official document. So whatever you declare here, you can declare n number of times. It can be declared 100 times, nothing happens. But it will only print the value, whichever is the latest one. It will ignore all other things. It will only print the value latest one.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
All right. Any other question you have, Ravi and Latashri?
No, one more question. The below one is the terminal one. Is this the same as console?
Which
or
one?
the terminal is different?
This one?
This second window which is open.
This one?
This one. Is this same as console because we are doing on the same page, or whatever code or the things you are doing on the upper side, it will reflect on the console page, right? On the browser console tab. So like simultaneously it is showing currently in the terminal. So I just wanted to ask like whether terminal and console are both the same.
So console is nothing but we are printing the value. And those printing the value, what JavaScript or any program will do is they will print the value in one place, and that place is known as terminal. Console is to print the value, and you want to print the value somewhere, right? If I ask you that Gaurav, write the name, your question will come, where do you want me to write name? Want me to write name on book, or you want to write me name on the mobile, or in the Excel, or in the Word document? Same way, console will print the value, but where it will print the value? It will print the terminal. Terminal is nothing but it will display the output. Whatever the things you have written here, that actual output, actual result will be displayed inside the terminal. We don't have to think about what is problems, what is output, what is debug console. This will be used when we are debugging. This is just a playwright concept. This is Snowflake is other part. You will not understand this one. So this terminal, what it will do, basically it will print any value, any output that you want to print for this program, that will be printed inside the terminal.
Okay. And can you open a new tab, fresh tab? On
Fresh
the
tab
browser?
in this,
Yeah.
here?
Not here, in the Chrome or Edge browser.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. Right click, go to inspect.
Okay.
Okay. Go to this console option.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, here. So whatever we are typing there, okay, that will reflect here in
This
the
is also
console.
same thing. It will not reflect here. It will not reflect. This is also same thing. This is also for the console.log. You can print it something here. This is also for writing the same thing, but this is not for our purpose. This is for the development purpose. They'll be using it.
Okay. Okay.
You should never use this one. If you understand, in the initial days when we are writing C program, people used to call that you need to write inside this console for understanding purpose. But you don't need to write here. If you start writing here, you'll not understand anything. You can also declare the variable here. Let a equal to 10.
Yes.
It says undefined. Let e equal to 15. So you can write it here inside the console, but this is of no use. It makes no sense. So forget about this thing. Yeah, we'll not be using these particular things. What we'll be using is, we'll be using inspect, and that also at the time of playwright, not at the time of JavaScript. In JavaScript, we will not be doing anything with the browser. When we'll be learning the JavaScript, we'll not do anything. Literally nothing we'll do in the browser. We'll only use this particular area where we'll write the code, and when you execute that particular code, it will go inside the terminal. The result will be displayed here. It is kind of something that where the result is displayed. Inside the terminal, you'll see the results.
Okay, got it.
All right. Any other question from Ravi and Lata about the variables?
No, got it.
You understood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If any question you have, you can reach out to me anytime. And
Sure.
even during the class, you can ask me anytime. So we have completed variables. We have already seen the comments, but I'll explain you the single and multi-line commands tomorrow. And we will also try to cover data types tomorrow. Data types we'll be able to cover tomorrow. We have already seen this console, what the purpose of console, printing the value inside the terminal, and operators. This is one big topic here we have in the basic topic. And then we'll probably by Friday, we'll complete these operators. We have completed variables. Comments is just a 10 minutes of topic. Data types will take one session. Console is almost done, like another 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be able to explain that. And operators, we will go through these operators. It will take some time, probably one session. And by Friday, we'll be able to complete these part. And once we are able to complete these part, and when we start with the day 4, where we'll be talking about the looping concept, from here on, I'll start giving you the programs to practice. Because I can give you even during the operators, but mostly we will try to give from here, so that you'll get the idea like how you have to use, where you have to use. In the variables, I cannot give you any program. It's just a declaration of variable. In the data types, I cannot give you any program. Operators, I can give you few programs, but from here we'll give you the program. I'll give you programs for every day. You can practice it from the online, but try to do any practice that you do, try to do from your own thinking. Don't take the help of AI or something like that.